Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Good evening and welcome to OMTime Radio. I'm Carmen Harra with my wonderful producer Christopher. And the topic today is natural healing, how to return to good health. Our body is an incredible, intelligent being equipped with powerful defenses that fight diseases. It knows just what to do to protect itself and how to return to a state of equilibrium. The problem is that the modern world we are living in is weakening our body's immune system, overwhelming its defenses and creating these imbalances that I'm talking about. But when we become sick, we make things worse by returning to all this artificial solution, invasive procedures, pills that can cause more harm than good with all those side effects, autoimmune disorders, diabetes, cancer, and heart problem we think are all incurable, when in fact they're all curable. But we must work with our bodies, not against them, to reverse illnesses. So this is the topic today. So we're going to talk about all kinds of natural ways that we should consider in order to create the healing process. And this is a calling show, so you're very invited to be part of the show if you have a health crisis or if you have any kind of a problem. You know, being a calling show, you're very welcome to be part of the show, and the number to call in is 202-570-7057. And Christopher will take your call and will connect you to me. So every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm here with you, and it's such a pleasure and such an honor to be with you. And as I said, we hear all the time that health is everything. But when we refer to health, we refer not only to physical well-being, we refer to many factors that come into play in terms to the overall wellness of our minds, body, and spirit. We all want to live a long life, but we must be mindful of the quality of life that we want to live. Because being sick, being depressed, being afraid, being fatigued, and dependent on all kinds of medication and all kinds of machines just to make it from one day to the next is not the way to live. So to live at your prime, you must take into account all the elements that make up the true health. This includes your emotions, your state of mind, your spirit mind, your soul, and of course your body. So tonight I want to share with you some things that I learned, some secrets, the so-called 7 secrets, because 7 is the number of the divine world, the number of God. The 7 secrets that I've actually learned from my grandmother, secrets of health, secrets of longevity. And you might be surprised that they're actually very simple but extremely effective. You probably heard many of them, but you never probably put them together. So I will offer what, in my opinion, are the most effective natural treatments, the most effective supplements that exist out there to beat almost any illness. So health is not supposed to be a rocket science, but we've complicated the idea of good health, and we made it more of a struggle than a reward. The truth is that being healthy and enjoying the full capacity of your bodies and in your mind is actually your birthright. So everybody suffers from a certain illness at some point or another. It is impossible to be healthy 100% all the time, but we weren't meant to live in a battle or in a constant battle to ourselves or to our body. So it is my firm belief that the majority of the illnesses or these diseases are not just not only curable, they are actually preventable. So you go to a doctor and they tell you, for instance, you have Hashimoto disease, or you have diabetes type 1, or you have lupus, or you have rheumatoid arthritis, and they will tell you, oh, you have herpes. This is nothing you can do because they cannot be cured. There's no cure for any of these diseases. Well, guess what? No, there's cure. There's cure for everything. And as I said, our body has intelligence, and the body knows how to adjust, and the body's, intelligence tries to actually heal and cure from everything. So this is a misconception about health. So in America, we like to hand off our health to our doctors and live by the idea that if something goes wrong, you go to the right person who's going to fix it. But we assume that there is a scientific or medical cure for any disease, when, as I said before, you go to a doctor who's going to tell you there's no cure for it. So what are you going to do? So this is a false statement, a false reassurance. It dismisses the role that we all have to play in our health and gives the responsibility to our well-being to somebody else. We cannot do this. How wrong is to think that anyone can cure us except ourselves. So I urge you to consider your health as your priority today and take the small but necessary steps to prevent a disease before it starts. So considering we are born healthy, so we are born, it's interesting enough, we are born with two emotions. If you look at the baby, what does the baby do? The baby either cries or smiles. So there's two emotions that the baby has. He cries or he smiles. There's no other emotions. So then the question comes, where are all those other emotions coming in place as a child is growing? So as I said, as our lifespan increase, we demanding that the quality of our life increase as well. No one wants to live a long life if they live it halfway, stuck in bed, or not being able to do the things they want and the things they enjoy. So if we take a look at the health and longevity around the globe, you will find it interesting that the most isolated and remote regions in the world have population that live the longest and the healthiest lifespans. And it's interesting sometimes, I'm going in Greece, some islands in Greece that have people who live 100-something, or some places in Japan or other parts in the world where you see people easily living 117 years old. And the diet, it's the Mediterranean diet with olive oil, with olives, with lots of fruits and vegetables, so the Greek salad. So the question is that it's not the big cities with the most advanced technologies, the best medication, that have the most well-aged people, but it's the places where people live simply and utilize the natural resources around them to extend their time on earth. Same things come true about my grandmother, who lived 103 years old. She was born in 18-something. She lived till 1996. And she was 103 years old, and her mother lived 112. And they lived in a small town in the northern part of Transylvania with no running water. They had no idea of medication. By their time, I don't think doctors exist. They cook from their, you know what I mean? It's just incredible. If I'm thinking how they lived versus the way we live today, it's so different. But yet the wisdom those people had, the wisdom she had, it's pretty remarkable. I can talk about this for days and days and days. But again, I would love for you to call me on this show. And Michelle and Dominguez, please hold on the line because I'll be with you in a minute. I so much enjoy talking about this topic because it has everything to do with us and with everything to do with what's happening in this world. So we hold the belief that people before us used to live much shorter lives. This is true, but we have to understand why. Outside forces were the cause of their death. Think of hundreds of years ago. If someone died from a small infection, they didn't have antibiotics. Nowadays, we are overstocked with antibiotics and all sorts of other drugs. But we are short on self-care. We are doing the damage by ourselves to ourselves. So now internal forces are the cause of our death. We smoke ourselves into early grave. We eat our way to diabetes and heart disease. We drink ourselves into a coma. We have all the information and resources needed to save us from external dangers, yet we are consciously creating harm to ourselves. And how ironic it is that we have become our biggest enemy. We live in the world of Prozac, we live in a world of autoimmune disorders, and in the world of cancer that is some kind of an autoimmune disorder when a part of you attacks another part of you. So autoimmune disorders are the risk of our emotions becoming out of control. That's why, it's such an epidemic. You look at an epidemic, the younger generation claiming they have Hashimoto disease, type 1 diabetes. How is that possible? I mean, I can give you endless examples in my practice of people who come to me and they develop these diseases because their emotions are completely out of control. Now, I give you some of health secrets that I've learned from my grandmother. I mean, now I think that these are things that probably you read anywhere else. Probably a lot of people live by this secret. Probably, you can say, well, these are not necessarily the most unique ones, but I want to mention them on the show, and then I'm going to go and take your calls. But and also Bianca from Texas. So I'm going to take all of you. I'm going to take your calls. One of the things that I want you to understand when it comes to your health, you have to live with a purpose. The first key is rooted within your unique life purpose. That is called your dharma in Sanskrit. So not many people actually live doing what they love. Either they because don't know what is meant to do, what they meant to do, or they think they don't have money and doing whatever they want to do. So, but we have a purpose. The best thing is to start living out your mission at any age, even if you're over 50 or 60. I guarantee you that you will feel an improvement in your well-being. The very moment you acknowledge that you are born to do this, you are born this way, you are born to do this, to use this special talent of yours at any age. And we are here to serve. You need to serve. So you need to remind yourself they put on earth for a real reason, and that you are a special person and you are here to serve others with your special talent. So that would be the first thing that you need to remember. The second one, when it comes to your health, you need to remember that you have a genetic code, and you always have to know your genetic code. Both your history and your future lies on that genetic code. Understanding your genetic code and your divine code is crucial in preventing diseases like anticipated illnesses that are in the family can literally save your life. Okay, my father had blood pressure. My mother had this problem. How can I prevent that? It is in my DNA, but my DNA has only 5% of manifesting this. There's only 5% or 10% that this might kick in. So I have this ability to prevent this. So let's say your mother has skin cancer. You have to get a routine skin screening and always wear sunscreen. It's easy, it's simple, nothing complicated. Once you comprehend the illness, which your family is predisposed, you can act to stop them from manifesting in your own life. Number 3, you have to perform those secret rituals that are performed since the dawn of time, since humanity exists. You can spare a few minutes every day to spend time in a secret way. So we busy people, we rarely have time to connect to the universe. But you put so much effort into taking care of everyone around you, but you're forgetting to take care of you. But self-love and self-care is the key to all success, to your health and to others. No, I don't care how hectic your schedule is. Take 30 minutes of your day to enjoy the me time, to breathe, to meditate, to relax, to get out of your system that toxicity in your mind, the toxicity that taps into your body. You have to learn how to walk outdoors. You know how good it is to walk, to do your favorite body, because then you raise the level of the hormones in the brain, the serotonin, the good feel hormones. So this is the way that you keep your mind in balance. And if your mind is in balance, everything in your body is in balance. So you expand the function of the brain, you expand your talents, you explore new areas of yourself. So these activities would cleanse your mind, your spirit, your soul, and will recharge your body. You also have to learn how to forgive, because forgiveness, and I talk about forgiveness all the time, because you detach from the toxic emotions that are brewing inside you. So mentally, emotions like resentment and anger, you know, I talk about this before, they form clusters of neurons that begin to dominate through pattern of behavior. So the more you hold on into anger, the more we become angry. So science has proven that negative emotions release hormone chemicals into your bloodstream that enter at the level of the cell. So those chemicals eat away your healthy cell, making them sick. So resentment is deadly on all levels of your being. So remember, this is very important to understand. You will feel less weight when you lift it from your shoulder, when you start releasing, you know, those chemicals and apply forgiveness. You have to be in company in others to feel better in life, because we are meant to be together. You have to lose. Laughter is essential. Essential. Get together with people. Get the sense of Plato believed that the ultimate truth can be reached through dialogue. So try talking to others, because this is the way, you know, you get better. So remember in life, everything in moderation, because nothing holds more truth than this ancient phrase that, you know, don't go to the extremes. So you can give in to our weaknesses, from sweets to alcohol and to meat and to coffee. So the key is not to consume these two in excess, but to enjoy the light variety of food in moderation, talking about keeping you healthy. Also have hope. At the end of the day, hope is the only way to live. So these are some of the rules that I wanted to talk. And as to what I know I need to go to a break right now, and then we'll continue the discussion, and I will absolutely take all your calls in a minute. So all my friends, hold on the line, I'll be with you. Hold on the line, I'll be with you in a minute.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organisation, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
Hello, I'm Sandy Sedgbeer, host of OMTimes Magazine's flagship radio show, What is Going On? My passion is sifting through information, research, and innovations from new thought teachers, speakers, and researchers, pushing back the boundaries of what we know about life, energy, metaphysics, and the universe. I love shifting perceptions about who we are, why we're here, and how quickly impossible becomes normal when we open our minds, expand our awareness, and accept that the only limits that exist are those we place upon ourselves. So if you're the kind of forward-thinking, eager investigator of what lies beyond the current reality that most perceive, why not make a date to come play with me in the field of possibilities at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday, and together we can discover what's really going on.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome to OMTime Radio. I'm Carmen Harra with Christopher. So we are talking about the golden rules to good health. And I'm going to go through the 6 golden rules to good health, and then I'm going to go and take my calls. So Michelle, Bianca, Dominguez, hold on the line. I'll be with you in a second. The first golden rule to good health is don't wait until you get sick to take care of yourself. Second good rule is, a golden rule, is when your body speaks, you have to listen. Your body will constantly speak, but we don't pay attention. If your body is craving something, if your body is expressing somehow, a need of something, you have to pay attention. Another golden rule is stop eating before you feel full. The fourth golden rule, think twice before you take a pill. I know the doctors will prescribe you millions of pills. I know this is the pharmaceutical rule, but you have to think twice because every pill has a side effect. Go the natural way, and I prepare for you a pretty good long list of natural supplements and therapies that you should think for your well-being, and I'm going to go through them after I take some of the calls because I really want you to listen to those lists and consider some of the supplements that I suggest for you. The fifth golden rule is move at least 30 minutes a day. Very positive for your neurotransmitters, for the brain function, for the circulation, for your heart. And you know that, but you have to do it. Now, the sixth golden rule, process all your emotions, good and bad, embrace them. And process them by paying attention, by thinking about them, by meditating on them, by breathing, breathing them in and out, get them out of your system, especially the negative, and try to stick with the positive and rewarding and good emotions. And I'm going to go and take some of your calls, and I'm going to go right now to Dominguez because I think she's the first one waiting for a while. Hi, my dear Dominguez. How are you, my love?
Hi, Carmen. How are you?
It's good to hear your voice. So what's going on with you, my dear? How can I help you today?
I'm just open to hear what good advice you can give me because it's almost like nobody listens to each other. We all want to kind of say something, so I want to listen to you to give me some good advice.
My good advice is that, when it comes to when it comes to relationship that go in the wrong direction, you need to heal them. It takes a while. It doesn't happen right away. You have to be very calm, very hopeful, very positive. You have to be very kind and very loving. And you also have to believe that this is going to change, that you have this ability to change the will around because there are kids involved, because there are feelings involved, because this person still cares, you still care. But you have to have a conversation with your own self before anything else, and you have to ask yourself, do I really want this person back? And if I do want this person back, then I'll put all the effort into it, and I'll be perseverant, and I will not give up until I see this going the way I want. In life, perseverance, patience, and pursuing something, the 3P, you know, are very persevering and persistent and patient are keys to succeeding to get where you want to get in repairing and healing something that went in the wrong direction. I think your relationship went in the wrong direction. I don't think it was meant to happen this way. I think it's going to be corrected. That's my feeling about your case. But it's a matter of time. And it's very hard to stick with your desire and your positive intention in time, because you can get demoralized, you can get tired, and I don't want you to be. I want you to continue to stay in the belief that this will work in your favor.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, because that's the way I'm going, like one track.
That's the way you should be, and I want me and you to celebrate it. I want that in a month, in 2, in 3. I don't want to put a limit of time, because it may happen in 2 weeks, it may happen in 2 months. When it's happening, it's happening. So we need to have a goal, we need to have a plan, and it's exactly like you heal from a surgery. Metaphorically speaking, it's exactly like we heal from something that takes a while to go through. That's the way I want you to think.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Okay, my love. I love you, Dominga. Thank you so much for being part of my show.
I watch all your music. It was good. I didn't know you sing that good.
I've been a singer since I was 9 years old, and I started going back to my music, and I did an entire album that's going to come in the fall. So I'm a big fan of the Spanish music. I'm a big fan of good music and the music that is like in fashion right now. So I want you to continue.
I felt like you gave me my background, Cape Verde. I'm from Cape Verde Island, so you have that Africa mix on all your music. That was good.
Right. I'm so glad that you listen. I'm so grateful for that.
Oh, no, I dig in all your YouTube video. I watch, even in a language that I don't even understand, I watch them too.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's very healing, because sometimes, when we don't understand other language, it heals.
But it doesn't matter, because the music has no language, The music is the sound. The sound. It doesn't matter what you say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you, Dominga.
For your advice. Okay.
Absolutely. I love you, sweetheart. Thank you. I'm going to go to Michelle in Texas. Hi, Michelle, my love. How are you?
Hi, Carmen. How are you? I love you.
I love you more, Michelle. How are you, my angel?
Well, I'm calling to get some feedback on my son, who's a teenager. Mm-hmm. And he's been having a difficult time for a while in middle school, and now he's headed off to high school, and it seems that his acting out is becoming more frequent. And I am in the holistic world personally, and he's a little bit open to healing work sometimes, not always.
How old is he, 16?
No, he's actually 14.
14, I get either 14 or 16. This is exactly the moment when that's the most difficult moment. Anytime between 14 and 16, that is the crazy age when kids don't understand the transformation that happens to them. When they don't understand their emotions, exactly what I've been talking. You cannot process emotions, because all of a sudden, you're growing, your hormones are kicking in, and you don't understand what's happening to you. So kids become imposters, imposters in adolescence. So they don't understand that. They don't understand consequences of their action. They don't understand hate, love, but they are having feelings that they cannot process, comprehend, express. So then they rebel. That's why it's the most critical age in human life. And I've studied it, and I was fascinating how and that's why you see all these teenagers going to school and killing children, because they actually cannot process their feelings. And you see all the killing in schools. That's why so many happens in schools. Exactly with this age group. anything between 14 to 20, around the same age group. So, and it's happening for a while. And there's no cure, and nobody goes to talk about it, and nobody interprets, and it's something that should be discussed in schools. So that's my frustration, because I don't see anybody embracing this, in school, so that kids can understand what's happening to them, and they can be explained what's happening to them, and can be guided, and can be taught, and can be, help. They screaming help. But I feel like your son, is he moving to a different school, or to a different, or is the school, there's a change in a school?
Yeah. He's going from middle school to high school.
And does this involve a change to a different school?
Well, it does involve a new building, yes. But are you seeing him changing schools, like from one school district to the next school district?
Yeah, I think that might be it. It's almost like I see him going to a different school. It might be that's a different building, but I see a different school. Actually, I see new teachers, new people around him, new colleagues around him, new environment. Does he like sports, by the way?
Absolutely, yeah.
I see him with a new coach, like a new soccer guy. Does he play soccer?
No, he doesn't.
What does he play? Basketball. Yeah, whatever plays. I see him playing with a new coach. Whatever it is that he plays, I see he's very good at, actually.
Oh, well, thank you. So,
he's very good, and I think he will actually do very well, and that's actually very good for him, talking about releasing emotions. Sports are very good for kids like this, and it's going to be very good for him, for his mental development, for releasing the emotions. But I actually like your son. So if I connect emotionally with him and energetically with him, I won't be that worried, because I see how he will walk away from this difficult phase that he's going through. As I have a sense that towards the fall to the beginning of the next year, he's growing out of this phase.
Awesome.
I see him getting so much better. And I like his new teacher or coach, whatever. So the new school and the new environment actually will play a very good role.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And even some new colleagues. And I see somebody related to math. How is he doing at math?
That's interesting that you just asked. He takes accelerated math, and he really worked hard and struggled through it. But then when he took the state test, which I don't really care for, he scored almost perfect on the test.
Right.
So,
I feel like this kid has some of us have gifts for something that are hidden, Some people have a hidden talent, either to write music or to write, and they don't even know they have it. So I feel like your son has an amazing ability, towards the science that he might neglect, but at the end of the day, in a competition or something, he might be on top of the pyramid. And that will make him be even himself intrigued about this. I actually see him doing extremely well.
Okay, great.
And I want to tell you, if I look at your life, at the life of your son, and I project it 5 years from now, if you break the linear time and look years later, your son, first of all, he looks spectacular. He's so attractive, he's so handsome, and he's such a good-looking young man, and he turns into a very successful person who knows what he wants, and all the so-called drama right now is just forgotten, and it's just a story of the past. So in long terms, I'm not worried about your son. On the contrary, I should say, he will make you very proud.
Oh, well, that is such a relief because
Right.
short term, the drama right now it causes me a great deal of concern. So I thank you very much for taking the time to
Please
speak
don't
with me.
be concerned. Please don't. Please have faith in him. Believe in him. Talk to him like you talk to an adult. Give him the confidence. He wants to be trusted. He doesn't want to be judged. The biggest psychological mistake that you can make is actually be tough on him or judgmental, which we tend to be trying to believe that that's going to work on
Right.
kids at this point. We need to be tough on them, but I don't think that's going to work on your son. It's
don't
going to
either.
create the opposite effect.
Exactly.
And if you'll try to be very almost like you talk to your friend, you know,
Yes.
and be very, have faith in him, and even address issues like I trust you. Tell him I trust you. I have faith in you. You know, and try to open the conversation. You know, we used to say that all problems in life stems from relationships, but that comes true in family relationships. You know, so and if you know how to communicate as a parent with your kids, then you can actually create wonderful relationship long terms with your kids, and you'll never have problems with them. Whatever you establish with him right now will work out long terms. So I'm very confident.
I'm trying real hard, and I appreciate that. He's not real easy to talk to. So he plays his cards
he will
very
become.
close to his chest.
No, but he will become, because he will steadily start to open, slowly but steadily. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You must not continue on this path of developing conversations, you know. So I'm going to go to a break, Michelle, but you're doing the
Thank
right
you
thing.
so much.
I love you, Michelle. Love you, my dear.
Bye.
Bye.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
Hello, I'm Lisa Berry. Join me every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for Light on Living. A chance to see new, hear different, and feel more as I shine the spotlight on all the ways to lighten the load of life's challenges. Light on Living is your link to that new way you're looking for, that new understanding that will enhance your life, and that positive connection that will support your growth. So join me and you'll gain insight and start to see things in a new way that motivates you.
I am Fidel Mshombo. I was born in a city called the Bukavu in the Congo. We were a loving family, and then, boom, everything that I had disappeared in a single day. People think that when you are a refugee and they resettle you to America, and all your problems are done. They don't understand that that's the beginning of everything. I was not born a refugee. I was made one.
It's time we welcome refugee families with open arms. Learn more at embracerefugees.org, brought to you by the Ad Council.
Thank you, everybody. I'm Carmen Harra on OMTime Radio. And today the topic is about natural healing, how to return to good health. And I have some people waiting for me. Tina, wait for me a little bit. And I think it's Sabina, or Bianca from Texas. So hold on the line. I'll be with you. I just want to briefly mention some of the natural supplements, therapies that I put for you on the show today, because I want you to benefit. I want you to consider some of the things that I recommend that probably you heard before, but you probably never heard them put this way together. So one of the things that I recommend, like everybody recommends all kinds of things, but one of the things is very good for your body because it's an anti-inflammatory and antioxidant is turmeric and curcumin. But most likely turmeric is very good because it decreases the risk of heart disease and prevents cancer, arthritis, and please take it as a supplement on a daily basis. Take it 2,000 milligrams a day in a pill, or just take it and put it in the food. But I highly recommend. I take turmeric for 20-something years, and I think it's pretty amazing. Number 2, for your mental health, I want you to take Travacor, Travacor. Travacor. It has an effect on a calming effect, stimulating the production of serotonin, the hormone in the brain. It balances your mood and it helps with the neurotransmitter. It helps you to sleep well at night. Another product is Calm G. These are all natural products. Calm G is commonly used to reduce anxiousness. It helps you regulate the levels of GABA, the neurotransmitters in the brain, and it also promotes sleep. A lot of people have problem not being able to sleep. If you take Calm G, I promise you, you'll sleep very well. It can stop the process of cell death and stimulate the healthy brain function, stimulates the metabolism. You probably heard that recently there's this formula Focus. That's a natural brain enhancement formula that boosts the memory. Sometimes Focus formula, you have to be careful, raises the blood pressure and can speed your heart, so you have to be careful the dosage that you take. But it's also a natural supplement. I went to a seminar with Dalai Lama in 2000, and I heard of one interesting old Tibetan cure that I want to recommend, and it has the effect of natural cytostatics, but it's like more powerful than that, but it's all natural. Like for instance, you take 2 lemons, you take 4 teaspoons of organic honey, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 3 or 4 crushed garlic, and you mix everything together because lemon adds with the digesting and the detoxification and contains vitamin C. Honey reduces the risk of cancer, and it's antibacterial. Baking soda neutralizing acid and heartburn and clears infection, and garlic improves blood pressure, lowers cholesterol and detoxifies. It's actually, garlic is the best antibiotic. Together, these 4 ingredients deliver an amazing, powerful combination that is not only an antioxidant that has the best property, it actually has the same properties like an anti-cancer medication. Leave the composition for a few days to break down in the refrigerator, and take a teaspoon each morning, and I promise you that take it on an empty stomach, your immune system will go where it should be, very high, and you will never develop cancer, heart disease. You will be, I heard this from Dalai Lama, so I highly recommend this from you. I heard that this is used all the time in Tibet. It's better than a cytostatic, so better to use the natural way. I heard about Qualia, which I highly recommend, like a natural supplement to support mental performance, designed to promote energy, mental clarity, memory, creativity. So Qualia is very good too. Use alkaline water, stay hydrated, alkaline 9.5 or higher. Alkaline helps the body to absorb mineral, calcium, magnesium, and is the one that doesn't allow any cells to mutate, because in an alkaline environment, no cell can mutate into a cancerous cell. Alkaline penetrates tissue more easily and hydrates the body 3 times more effectively than normal water. Take selenium. It's a mineral that acts as a strong antioxidant, reducing the risk of cancer, promoting the health of your thyroid, also protects your heart, prevent mental decline, and boost your immune system, and sometimes alleviate the asthma symptoms if you have breathing problems. Think a lot of taking a regimen of, there's actually, you can find it in your food store, magnesium, potassium, bromelain, a mix of these 3 supplements for circulation, cardiovascular health, calcium absorption. Bromelain is found in pineapple, help with digestion, inflammation. I recommend for everybody having breathing problem to take Resprin, a blend of 23 herbs, support respiratory health. If you have COPD and asthma, I highly recommend this. Vitamin D3 for healthy bones, immune function, fight depression. Take vitamin C to boost your immune system. B12, I recommend every month a shot of B12 for everybody for your nervous system, and helps, your cardiovascular and nervous system in an amazing way. GABA is a gamma aminobutyric acid, a neurotransmitter that helps messages between brain and the nervous system. It has a natural calming effect, reducing that anxiety that we all suffer, the feeling of fear. It plays a positive role in reducing the risk of heart disease, increasing muscle strength, promoting the weight loss, and increasing the human growth hormone. So that's GABA. That is like extremely inexpensive. It costs like $8 at Whole Food stores. I recommend that you take that. This is preventing medicine. This is all the natural stuff that you can take. And let's say, if any of you has cancer, God forbid, the best way, to work on fighting cancer is vitamin C infusion and intravenous therapy. A lot of people use it. I highly recommend also to go to lymphatic drainage. Your lymphatic system is like a sewer in the body, so please consider that. And endocrinology massages that help you, had the lymph nodes, release all the things that are stuck in your system, detox your body from time to time because there's so much toxicity. And I can go on and on and on with the list of things that you can do naturally to help your body to stay in good health, because that's what my show is all about. But I'm going to go because I'm trying to do a million things in the show and the time is limited, and I'm going to go to Tina from Florida. Hi, Tina, my love. How are you?
Hi, Carmen. How are you?
Good. It's good to hear from you. Do you like my topic?
Same here. I have a question. Actually,
yes.
2. One is, can I ask you something personal about myself that you can help me with?
Sure, absolutely. Please.
Okay. All right. So the question I have is currently I'm in a long-distance relationship, and it's been kind of up and down the past few months. We've recently kind of like worked things out. Things have been good, but, I'm just really at a stage where in my life where I don't know if I should continue to invest in this relationship.
Is this going on for at least closer to a year?
Yeah, more than that, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see in the last year things being stagnant?
Yes.
Because what bothers me is that in the last 1 year, I'm not seeing things progressing. So long distance relationships are the most complicated, most difficult to deal with. Yeah. Because it's like you are with somebody who's like a ghost, you are somebody who's not really there, and you can only dream that. I think you should have a very, very heart-to-heart conversation with a person and see whether you can take this from the level of a long-distance relationship into a real relationship. And if this person is saying, I can't do it, then I personally, as a therapist, as a psychologist, I will walk away from this because it's becoming difficult and it's becoming depressing, and go try to find somebody who's a real person. Because I hear all the time people who date people online, long distance, and in time is painful and you're not getting anywhere. So I have that heavy feeling intuitively that this is stuck somewhere, it doesn't move forward. Then you have to go to extreme measures of asking this person, can we really take it to the next level of power? Can we make it happen? Or if not, let's just go separate ways. That's what I'll do if I were you. That's my recommendation.
Okay.
And I feel like the moment you decide this way, the universe will open a different door. So you're not going to feel stuck anymore and stagnant and like suffocated in a way, in a situation that that you don't see the light coming. You don't see it. If I'll see the light for you, I'll tell you, hold on to it. It's going to happen in a month or in 5. But I don't feel this way, unfortunately, I feel it's not. And I feel it's better to kind of walk away from it and have that tough discussion about reality, and take it to the real world and say, can we make it happen? One of us has to make a sacrifice. He has to make a sacrifice. Let's make it possible. There's nothing that can stop two adults from translating it into the real world, into something that becomes a real relationship. It shouldn't be put on hold anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you agree?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we visited each other and stuff like that, but like you said, it's still long distance.
No, it shouldn't be. You visit each other, and you should say the next step forward right away should be that we stop visiting each other and make it really happen. What stops us from making it a real relationship, not a visit? A visit, it's a visit. You don't want to visit each other anymore. It's draining. It's like it's becoming something that is painful in time.
Yeah.
It's for too long like this. You're not two strangers who visit each other from time to time. When did you visit each other? When was last time you saw each other?
It was a couple months ago.
No, you don't go months by not seeing each other. And during this year, how many times you saw each other?
Once 3.
It's still not good enough. You two young people, No, not good enough. No. And last year, how many times?
1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 to 5. And when we see each other, it's like weeks at a time. So it's not like a weekend or like a week. We'll see each other for like at least 3 weeks and stuff. But we still have that time where we're apart, and then when we're together, and then time where we're apart. This cycle.
No, that's not right. No, I don't feel this is right. I feel this needs to be changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing
I think you should have that one-on-one and say either we decide or we stop here.
Okay.
And that's gonna either take it one way or the other. Sorry? It's better to discuss it in person. I think in person. This is not I don't think two people should break up over the phone or in a text. That's ridiculous. I think people should look in each other's eyes and say, okay, let's decide. What are we doing here? Are we able to make this a real thing after such a long period of back and forth? What stops us from being together? It shouldn't be this way.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
So let me know next time after you talk to him. Call me and let me know where you are with him.
Okay. If you have time to talk on the radio, can you talk about hair? Like what to do about hair if your hair is thinning, if you're experiencing a hair loss through stress or...
I'll talk about next time because I don't have any more. I'm coming to the end of the show. But next time, if you're listening to the show... Okay, my love. I love you, my sweetheart. And next time, if you listen, okay? I love you, my sweetheart.
I will. Thank you.
Okay, sweetie. Love you. Well, I don't know if I have time to take Bianca. Bianca, probably 1 minute. Hi, Bianca from Texas. How are you, my love?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Hi, my beautiful. How are you, my love? I think I have 1 minute left.
Just give me a quick message.
A quick message. You're doing good, and I don't know if you're traveling somewhere. Are you going anywhere or anybody visiting? That's a message that comes in my mind.
I wish.
Well, something might surprise you.
Oh,
September,
I hope so.
August, September, something in the next 5-6 weeks. Overall, you're doing very well. Do you have anything specific to ask me?
About my business.
Did you got it? Something new with the business? I feel there's something new going on.
It is. It's a lot new going on. It's expanding to Canada.
Yeah.
But
I love it. I feel it's for your own good.
Good.
I feel expanding it is working in your favor. I guess that must be the traveling. Are you planning to go to Canada?
Not really.
At least to visit?
No.
Well,
really.
let me know. Let me know. I may tell you something you don't know.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
Yeah.
I like surprises.
Yes, and good surprises, you know. If traveling is something good, and if I can bring you something new and even something, you know, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds good to me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, my love. I love you. Thank you so much for calling me.
Thank
Okay,
you.
sweetheart.
Have a great day.
You too, my love. And I'm coming at the end of the show, and everybody listening, I want to thank you for being part of my show on tonight's episode, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life. Remember that I'm here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can connect with me in an easy way. And I want to thank my producer, Christopher, and all of you. God bless you. I'll see you next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. God bless. And stay healthy.